Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast where it is almost clobbering time. It is Lost in the Midcard. Here we are. We're back from a little bit of a summer vacation. We are back just in time for the biggest party of the summer. We are back just in time for NXT Takeover 36. We are here to talk all Elite Wrestling as well. Big Rampage show coming Friday. We all expect a little something on Friday, maybe there's a little tease behind me there, you know.
I don't want to hear any of this maybe bullshit.
Oh yeah. Like, thanks SpiderDuck.net for being our host, enabling us to be on iTunes and Spotify and any of your favorite podcasting apps. Search for Lost in the Midcard. You'll find two different feeds. We may be losing our SpiderDuck.net feed, so we have also created one on Anchor. So if you have not yet subscribed to our new feed on Anchor, please do so. I did post a special audio message through the old feed as well to hopefully get all of the old podcast listeners to move over to Anchor with us here, just in case we do happen to lose the original feed there. So just search for Lost in the Midcard. You'll see two feeds. One will say new feed on it. New feed is one you'll definitely want to subscribe to as well, because that'll be the one we definitely will be able to have access to in the future going forward. We're also on the YouTube with the old video version of the podcast, and you can do that also. Just search for Lost in the Midcard. Also, the links are on our website, litmcpodcast.com, or you can also check it out on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard, our Twitter at LITMC Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Bennett. You can find me on the Twitter at JBHuskers. And as always, my co-host, he is on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime. It is Mr. Matt Black. Matt, how you doing?
Dude. Professional wrestling is fucking great. And you know how excited I am for Friday.
Especially when you're Ric Flair.
Dude,
riding on a train.
He said it wasn't him. I'm going to take his word for it.
I know, man. We'll get to that later. But Friday,
dude,
man. Is it Friday? Clobbering time? Is it clobbering time?
Look, we've been talking about this man's return for about as long as we've been doing this podcast.
We started the podcast in January of 2015, so that would have been roughly a year after he left.
Yeah,
a year after his last
we have been talking about the return of CM Punk to professional wrestling since the beginning of this podcast.
This is
we are literally 48 hours away from AEW Rampage. It'll be smack dab in the middle of the show when we're recording this 48 hours from now. And I don't know if he's opening the show. I don't know if he's closing the show. Me personally, I'm hitting Cult of Personality at 10:01.
Yeah,
I'm not
drag it out.
I'm not risking my show being taken over.
Drag it out. No, don't drag it out. Or don't drag it
close? Out. Okay, I was gonna say, wait a minute. No, see, because the thing is, look. I'm just gonna flat out say it. Rampage card on Friday and ain't strong. I mean, it's gonna be fun. You got Private Party Jurassic Express. That'll be cool. Jay Cargill and Kiera Hogan, and you got Moxley and Daniel Garcia, which will be a great match.
And that's going to be
compared to last week's Rampage, this isn't a strong card. And it's not a strong card because they know they don't have to give us a strong card.
No.
Because we all fucking know what everybody's tuning in for on Friday.
But if
them wait.
God, if Moxley and Garcia is the main event, does Punk
I'm assuming that's the main event.
Does Punk go nose to nose with Moxley to end the show? And that's
I
your
don't think
all-out
so
match?
because Punk has made it clear on several occasions over the years that he's not coming back to wrestling to do the same matches that he's done before.
Yeah.
And yes, John Moxley is not the same as Dean Ambrose or whatever, but
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Fuck.
to me, there's two candidates for Punk at All Out if we're talking singles matches, and it's either Darby Allin, which they're continuing to hint at,
Yeah.
or it's MJF.
Ooh.
I think it's going to be Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Or they could swerve all of us and they could do Darby Allin and CM Punk tag teaming against. They could have done Men of the Year, but apparently they're in something with Lance Archer now. Like, I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Yeah. That was random, but new.
So, but yeah, to me, it seems like if we're going singles matches, the two best options right now, it looks to be Darby Allin or MJF.
So we've been we're almost at episode 300 of this podcast. We've almost talked about 300 episodes of wanting CM Punk back. This is episode 295. We're wanting CM Punk back. Yeah, I don't know, man. What? Ooh, God.
Yeah, I mean, like last week we got 3 freaking title matches.
Yeah.
And this week, it's just not a strong card.
No.
Like I honestly, I would not have booked Jurassic Express on Friday because we just saw him tonight.
Yeah.
I would have put that match on Dynamite next week, and I would have put the Lucha Brothers match on the Chicago card on Friday.
Yeah.
But they didn't. So what could you do? But yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm freaking excited. But to me, you kick off the show.
Yeah, might as well just kick it off and then start and immediately just start that feud with whoever he's going to wrestle at All Out. So just start the feud right there.
You know what you do. You know how to drag this shit out. Right as the show starts, music hits, he comes out, he soaks up the crowd and whatever, and then he sits in the ring, like he did when he was like going for a pipe bomb.
Mm. And
before he starts to talk, they go to a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that extra time, like all the idiots that didn't think he was going to show up, you have time to call them and be like, hey, CM Punk's on TNT. They have time to tune in through the commercial break. Yeah. So when they come back, he cuts his promo, sets up whoever he's going to face at all. I'm sorry, I just saw a tweet. In face of whoever he's going to face it All Out, and then you do the card, then you do the match after. The crowd's going to be excited. They're going to be hyped. They're going to be happy because you didn't freaking wait. So yeah. I will send you the tweet that made me laugh. You'll laugh too.
So AEW Rampage debuting this past Friday with a Fury. We started off with a title match. AEW brand new AEW show kicks things off with a Impact World Championship match. Christian Cage, Kenny Omega. They delivered a hell of a match to kick off the Rampage era. These guys fought for over 15 minutes. It was a tremendous match. The kill switch onto the chair was a tremendous spot. And amazingly enough, I thought we'd get some sort of bullshit or something. No, a win by Christian Cage. Christian Cage is your new Impact World Champion. Did you expect that to happen, Matt?
Yes, I called it last week. I thought the title was changing. The only thing that surprised me is tonight they didn't set up winner takes all at All Out. I mean, I know they still have, 2 more weeks to do that.
Yeah.
But my prediction, and I'm sticking with this until they prove me otherwise, Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage, All Out, winner take all, ladder match.
They need a reinforced hook for all those belts.
Well, no, there's only going to be 2. Spoiler alert. Christian Cage will retire the TNA Championship on Impact Wrestling tomorrow.
Wow. I haven't watched Impact last week either. So I'm so busy. I didn't watch Impact. I didn't watch NXT, but I got the good stuff out of the way at least, and then some of the bad with Raw. So Christian Cage, your new Impact World Champion, very cool to see there. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus coming out to celebrate, as well as Scott D'Amore. And they celebrate going into the break. Mark Henry getting the first interview with his good pal Christian. That was pretty cool to see. And then we get the TNT championship match. Fuego del Sol 1-39. But the man is over and off a hot start, hit 3 tornado DDTs. Crowd was going nuts for the guy, but then it fell quickly. Then Tony Khan and Sammy Guevara come out, and they got a clipboard, so you know what that means. Holy shit, they finally signed Fuego to an all elite deal, and man, what a moment that was, wasn't it, Matt?
Yeah, it was a great moment, and the coolest thing about it is Fuego didn't know it was coming.
No,
so you got a genuine reaction.
You can see it in his eyes,
and it was very real. It was very cool.
Yeah,
and
it fuck ringside news trying to get in his DMs and claim that fuck them. You saw that, right?
Yes.
Fucking
the website's trash. It's always been trash and will never change.
I don't know how I don't know how they bought so many followers and still have a verified check mark, but hey.
Yeah, it's garbage. Honestly, look, don't report quote unquote exclusive news that you just fucking made up and decided that you wanted to throw it up on your website and hoping that you have a 50 chance of being right. It makes legitimate websites that are reporting news look fucking dumb. And there's a reason that there's a lot of wrestling websites out there that don't pull any news from your fucking website because it's trash.
Yeah. I added Twitter and I did @verified as well. I go, how do these guys have a check mark? That'd be great if they would have saw that and took the check mark away. That'd been great, but probably not. But anyways, a tremendous moment. Fucking Sammy Guevara making me tear up twice in a week, that bastard. More on that later. Then the main event, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on Red Velvet in the main event for the AEW Women's Championship. Great match there with those two ladies. Great crowd, obviously Pittsburgh, hometown of Britt, so firmly behind her. And then after the match, Chris Statlander came out, got subdued, and Jamie Hayter makes her return as
no one knew who she was.
Yeah, and she's going to be the heavy for Britt Baker. I do not remember what she did in AEW before. I don't think she did much, but
yeah, I didn't like the finish. I thought it was, if you're gonna debut somebody in a spot like that, make sure everybody's gonna know who they are. I didn't think that was a good step. Look, if you wanted to debut the Iconics, that's a perfect place to bring them in.
Yeah.
If you're gonna bring them in, doing something like that. Don't debut somebody that most of the general wrestling audience isn't gonna know who they are in that spot. That's not the way to debut somebody. You're putting them behind the 8-ball, before they even really get started. Just it wasn't a good. It was, to me, that wasn't a good day. That wasn't the right place to bring her out.
And I thought it was also dumb putting Statlander in there because they're gonna boo her. You're trying to push her as like the top.
No, because you can't sacrifice your current storylines based on the city you're in.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's very evident to me that they're building the Statlander and Britt Baker at All Out.
Yeah.
So you can't just give up on that, and because you're in another city, you got to still tell the story. And I respect AEW for continuing to tell the story regardless, of the city that they're in, because I think they're doing Statlander and Britt at All Out, and I think we're gonna get the much anticipated rematch between Britt and Thunder Rosa at Full Gear.
Oh man, that's funny. A guy that follows me on Twitter here, he tweeted, Why do I have the feeling that Punk is going to debut in a line with 2.0 and Danny Garcia? That would not be a bad idea. Huh. Not be a bad idea. Rampage, first Rampage. I think it was highly successful, Matt. You?
Yes, I do. Hold on. My brain is processing that right now. Holy fuck. They could do an 8-man tag at All Out. If they wanted to go that way and protect Punk's return, barring any ring rust or whatever, they could legitimately do 2.0 Daniel Garcia and CM Punk against Moxley, Kingston, Sting, and Darby Allin. That'd be something.
Of course, the reports are Punk's in damn good shape, and it sounds like he's been training.
I've heard that too, but I'm just saying if they wanted to take it, they wanted to ease him in.
Word is no ring rust, and he's been probably training behind closed doors.
Yeah, I know. I reported it.
Well,
I'm just saying, I know, but look, it's fun that there's options.
Yeah.
One of the greatest things about AEW right now is there's options. Like you can think something's coming, but there's so many other options and directions that things can go. It keeps you guessing. It makes you talk about it, and it's great.
Just when you think you know the answers, I change the questions. Speaking of 2.0, Chris Jericho announced that they have been signed by AEW. A good get. I have been. I was slow to warm up to them in NXT. Then I started to like them, and then they got fired. So I have liked them and Danny Garcia so far in AEW. I've liked what they've done with those guys. So speaking of that, let's just kick it right off into Dynamite. We kick things off with Wild Thing, Moxley and Kingston, huge pop, but then they get jumped from behind by 2.0 and Danny with some lead pipes.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah, no, that was good timing. Definitely surprised the crowd. They stopped on a dime.
I want to stop you right there before I forget my train of thought. Here's something I really love about this, and this is something that WWE does all the time, and it pisses me off. Moxley was coming to the ring to talk. He had something to say. They do this all the time in WWE. Somebody's coming out, they get something to say, they get jumped, and then...
Well, it happened to Paul White earlier tonight, too.
Yeah, but no, they get jumped, and then whatever they were going to say, nothing happens. We never fucking find out why they were coming to the ring to begin with.
Well, Moxley cut a promo later.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that they allowed, we still got to hear what Moxley had to say.
WWE doesn't do that shit.
WWE doesn't do that.
Well,
because WWE script, they never had anything to say to begin with. They were just there to be laid out. They didn't have anything to say. So the fact that Moxley still actually had, something to say, and he still got to say it, was awesome. Because it brought everything together and allowed for everything to actually make sense. It's such good shit.
They would have they also would have embarrassed Sammy Guevara tonight too.
Oh jeez, dude, I was kind of like when they did the marriage proposal before Dynamite went on the air. I'm like, does that mean he's gonna lose? Because why didn't you just do it after you won the match? But I'm thinking they were probably like time crunched, or whatever, and they didn't want to accidentally have to cut that segment. Yeah. So they figured if they tape it ahead of time, they could insert it into the show without having to, without having to worry about time restraints or whatever.
Yeah, because that took about 5 minutes alone. So,
Sammy uploaded it to his YouTube channel. It's about 4 minutes long. I haven't watched the full thing yet.
AEW,
they only showed like a minute of it on the show. So
AEW showed the full video somewhere. AEW, I think, posted the full video.
Oh well, Guevara posted it too.
Yeah.
I'll watch it later. I got plenty of stuff to watch tonight after we're done.
2.0 grabbing the mics, calling out Darby Allin and Sting. Darby Allin or Sting comes out to a gigantic pop. Darby Allin, surprise, he's already in the ring and starting off the fight.
Awesome.
God, this fucking Sting no selling a table shot, just popping back up. I fucking loved it.
Dude, I'm in my living room yelling, Sting, you're fucking 62 years old. Please don't take this table bump. you fucking maniac. And he fucking takes
He
the table
no-sells it.
bump and no-sells it like it's fucking 1994. And
Oh.
I'm just like, oh my God, this is incredible.
Fucking Darby taking a suplex off of the truck of a skateboard. That had to feel good. Somewhere along the way, Darby lacerated his pinky as well. That thing was bleeding like a stuck pig.
Could have been on this damn skateboard.
Might have. But what a goddamn opener. That thing had so much energy. I loved it. Obviously, big
dude. The first 3 matches of the show could have been on any AEW pay-per-view.
Oh yeah,
all year long. Like that's how good this first hour was. It was insane.
Big deal because Sting's first match on TNT in 20 years, so it was a big deal there.
His last match was against Flair.
Yeah, I'm already seeing people.
Last Nitro.
I'm already seeing. I think it. Let me get it right. I think I have it right here. Yeah, Darby Allin. This is from Fightful. I think from today. Darby Allin says he would love to see have a tag match with himself and Sting against Andrade and Ric Flair.
Dude, it has to happen.
Right.
Because look, if Flair's going to do one more match in a tag team environment, it would be perfect, and he would be supremely protected in there with Sting.
Yep.
It has to happen.
Yep.
And honestly, after seeing the Andrade Flair pairing at Triple Mania on Saturday night,
who saw that coming?
Go fucking do whatever. Look, if you want to keep Chavo around, fine, but he doesn't belong with Andrade. Andrade belongs with Flair,
right?
Because there was a different aura coming off of Andrade Saturday night when he was paired with Ric Flair.
Right?
He felt like a fucking star.
Yeah.
So he really, they need to freaking pair these guys up.
They need to get on that train right away.
Like I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If Flair is not on AEW television by All Out, that means Meltzer was right.
Do you think
Meltzer says Flair has a 90-day non-compete that expires on November 1st?
Yeah.
Raj Giri of Wrestling Inc. says he has no 90-day. I'm kind of leaning towards Meltzer at the moment because he has the AEW connections. And he would know that that there's been discussions on between AEW and Flair, and would know that there's a 90-day non-compete.
But
he was
Flair.
It was in Mexico, and he didn't get paid.
Flair was in a Legends deal though, so it could be different. You never know.
Maybe, but for my understanding is like those non-competes only qualify in the United States. They can't do anything like if Flair went to Japan or Mexico or anything like that. Like those contracts hold no water. But I also heard that Flair didn't get paid for his AAA appearance on Saturday night, and he did it as a favor to Andrade.
Yeah, he turned down payment. Yeah. They show a quick version of Sammy Guevara proposing to his longtime girlfriend Pam. A tremendous moment. Again, Sammy making me tear up twice in 1 week, you bastard. Go check it out. Like Matt said, Sammy's Twitter, AEW, I think their Twitter's got it up there as well. There's like a 4 or 5 minute video of the whole thing with Tony Schiavone in the ring there. Tremendous moment. Awesome in Sammy's hometown of Houston, Texas. And of course, we get a little heat with Sean Spears, kind of throwing some jabs there and some playful jabs there that allowing Pam to be in the pinnacle and she can even be on top. How nice of you, Sean. And we get to the match between Sammy and Sean. Again, tremendous hometown pop for Sammy. Spears comes out during the entrance. So again, another interruption during an entrance tonight. Tremendous battle between these guys. Tully gets involved as well before the tremendous tossing him out of the ringside area, which led to an Audrey chant. This was just a tremendous match. Awesome near falls. I mean, Spears kicking out of the 630 was tremendous.
They both kicked out of each other's finishers.
And then
Sammy just used his other finisher to win.
Yep.
Which I wonder how much longer he's going to be using that after Friday.
Yeah, that's
because to me,
that's,
it's way too similar to the
yeah,
GTS. And
yeah.
if I'm Punk, I'm not coming in and wanting to be a dick, but I kind of don't want anybody using something similar in my finish. So
What if Danhausen comes in? Very
he
nice,
already
very nice, very evil.
look. He gave Danhausen
I
his
know.
blessing to use that move. The only other person that should be using that move in AEW is if Kenta shows back up and
Oh
we get
God,
Kenta and CM Punk
please,
in a match.
please,
So
can we get Kenta and Danhausen too, or Danhausen and Punk?
Pepsi Man,
He'd be like, ooh,
he
ooh,
loves his Pepsi Man.
uh, yeah, Spears hit a C4. Yeah, Sammy probably revert to the 630 then and not do the GTH. But we'll see. So Sammy Guevara, unlike the WWE, the AEW does not embarrass you on your hometown. Gives Pam a kiss, and then we cut back to Christian Cage. Don Callis shows up, and Christian calls him a carny piece of shit once again, which made
Tony popped
Tony popped at. That was a
so
great.
hard. It was great.
That was a great. I absolutely loved that they ran back the tremendous showing that Dante Martin had last week in the 6-man with
As
the
they
Elite.
should. It was a star making performance.
It was so that was cool that they did that. Dan Lambert from American Top Team coming out with Junior Dos Santos and Andre Arlovsky. So he's got a little MMA backup with him, both former UFC champions. And Dan just cutting the heel promo like he can. And that eventually brought out Lance Archer, but then Archer getting jumped by Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. And so poor Lance has no friends. So Lance is going to have to go find some friends to even up the numbers eventually. Then we got the tag team championship match between the Bucks and Jurassic Express. Holy fuck. Again, the pop for the Jurassic Express is insane. And this match was insane. The near falls were insane. Man, when Jungle Boy hit that brainbuster on the chair, I thought that was it, man. I thought that was, they had me on that near fall, Matt.
My God.
They reeled me in like a fish. Then shenanigans happened. Kenny Omega came out. Christian neutralized Omega, but there's still too many stooges on the outside with Cutler and the Good Brothers, and even though Luchasaurus tried his best to neutralize them, it was all for naught. And Jungle Boy had the snare trap on, but Nick broke that up and set up the BTE trigger, and that was it. And your Young Bucks still your tag team champions. Tony interviews Britt Baker with Rebel and Jamie Hayter. They explain why Hayter was brought into the fold. Video package with Matt Hardy talking about his feud with the Best Friends. It looks like we're probably setting up a Matt Hardy Orange Cassidy all-out match, maybe. Tony Schiavone in the ring with Paul White coming out. Of course, Paul White last week got a little physical for the first time in his AEW career, helping out Tony's son Chris, who got slapped around a little bit by QT Marshall and the Factory. Paul White said he had an announcement, but then QT and Camarado and Eric Solo interrupted, and is it Eric Solo? Is that right? Or is it Nick? No, Nick Camarado.
Yeah.
Solo. The fuck Solo's the first name? Aaron Solo. There we go. Whoever did this thing for PW Insider got the names wrong, and I knew it was not Eric Solo. Aaron Solo. They tried to QT used his job, backstage job, as a way to get x-rays of Big Show, and then a way to show Big Show's big beautiful ass, as Big Show put it, or as Paul White put it. Big ass scar, multiple surgeries on the hip. And then White says, well, you're trying to embarrass me. Well, nah, I had a talk with Tony Khan, and guess what? I am cleared in an all-out is going to have a match with QT Marshall, and QT is going to get knocked into the 10th row by Paul White. We find out that Kiera Hogan will be making her television debut with AEW, facing Jade Cargill on Rampage Friday. She made her AEW debut during Dark Elevation on Monday.
She also worked Dark on Tuesday as well.
Did she?
Yeah, she fought Statlander on Tuesday, and she fought Hikaru Shida on Monday. So, baptized by fire in AEW, you're fighting all the big baby faces right off the bat.
Yep. We find out there will be a tag team eliminator tournament. Winner gets the Bucks and All Out in a steel cage. You think it'll be Jurassic Express in the end?
It's either them or Lucha Bros.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I'm AEW, I do the Young Bucks come out and try to ruin the finals bit and do a 3-way cage match at All Out.
That'd be
because
fun.
I think all three teams deserve to be on the show, and one of the teams won't be, if we get a solo winner. Yeah. So put all three of those teams in a cage and just let those fuckers go wild.
I can't believe
because the crowd would lose their shit.
I don't know why they
doing a match like that.
Kind of baffled they don't have Santana and Ortiz in this.
Well, they're locked in that feud with FTR, and they're also not in the top 5. Oh. What these teams are? They're 4 teams in the top 5.
Of course, Acclaim got dropped like a rock out of that top 5 after the Max Caster rap.
I'm not even sure who the other team is now.
A lot of
they got ejected. Oh, it's FTR's FTR's number 5.
Oh,
so that's why and FTR Cash is hurt right now. So, but if Proud and Powerful beat FTR at All Out, if FTR is okay to go, that will rise them up the ranks because everybody else in the top 5 is about to lose, and that would leave Santana and Ortiz in a number 1 contender spot just around the time of Arthur Ashe.
Oh,
I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, did I not say that they would win the tag titles in New York many moons ago?
We've been calling that for a while now. I just have a feeling that it's all gonna work itself out, baby. So Adam Cole, baby.
Okay, so they're doing the 4 teams in the top 5 and just leaving out FTR. I see what they're doing.
You do realize next week,
do I?
We could have the debut of Adam Cole, baby, on Dynamite. After what he said about his Twitch channel yesterday, I think it's more likely than ever that Adam Cole is going to AEW. Because if Vince McMahon, who's Mr. Nobody could have a Twitch on the main roster, all of a sudden bends the rules for Adam Cole, but he won't do it for AJ Styles, that's going to cause problems in the locker room. So I see Cole leaving. I really do. I think he finishes up at TakeOver this weekend, and we could see him on fucking AEW TV as early as next week. Because that's what I would do. I wouldn't wait. You capitalize when the iron's hot. You bring him out on Dynamite next week.
Does he stay on up, down, down after that?
No, you damn well know he won't. But we also know the Breeze isn't going to be allowed to be on there forever. Honestly, once his 90 days are up, they probably won't let him on there anymore.
Yeah, then
the deal right now is probably like, we're still paying him, so you can have him on the show. But once that 90 days thing's up, he's going to be out too.
Yeah.
That's why I bought the Uno deck today. I feel like it's the end of an era.
Yeah.
I wanted my memento of the year of greatness that the party has brought to us.
More on that.
Seems like it's going to go away.
More on that in the headlines later. Fuck. Let's just get Creed and Cesaro out too, and we'll just bring the party to AEW. Fuck it.
Dude, you have no idea how badly I want Cesaro and New Day out of WWE. Because
it's not as far-fetched as people think, by the way.
I wish I knew
At least for
what I wish I knew exactly what Cesaro signed this year, because there's rumors are that he signed a new deal this year. Did he really? How long is it for? If he did,
yeah,
questions that I really would want to know. And then of course, you have those rumors that New Day signed those new deals till 2024. But at the same token, you also heard that when NXT moved to USA, that Adam Cole signed a new deal with WWE that would have put him with the company till 2024, and that didn't actually happen.
Nope.
So you can't be 100% sure that the New Day is locked down till 2024. You can't be 100% sure that Cesaro signed a new deal this year. Like at the end of the day, you just don't know. Like, if the wrestlers are going to come out and talk about it, you're guessing. So it's an interesting thing to think about. Breeze is gone. Cole might be on his way out. Like, there's a chance that Cesaro and Woods will be right behind them. I don't roll that out. I really, really don't.
Nope. Especially, I know Vince has a boner to break up the New Day eventually. He does.
Technically, he already did.
True.
Split them off the shows together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do think they're gonna reunite in the draft this year. I do think they're gonna put them back together.
I said it all along that once the crowd's back that they were gonna do it.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll allow it. I think that's one of the things that they, those three have a really, my foot is down on this, and it's like we're not letting you break up the group. We're not, like, somebody's not turning heel on somebody else type of deal. So,
I don't know. Strange time of wrestling, so you never know who's going to be walking out that door.
It's 2021 crazy as fuck in the world of professional wrestling. So freaking crazy.
Taz in the ring with Hook, and they bring out Ricky Starks, and they brag about Brian Cage getting beat up, but then Cage turned the table on Hobbs, and that's when Team Taz started going back to the back. Tony interviewing Death Triangle when and confirmed that Pac and Andrade are going to fight it all out. And Andrade and Chavo come out and say they need to agree to his conditions with a gigantic fucking contract. Then we got Penelope Ford, Thunder Rosa, big pop for Thunder Rosa. And Thunder Rosa getting the win with a tap out there. Brock Anderson's going to get murdered by Malachi Black next week.
Oh my goodness.
And Brock,
sorry to hear that.
Brock told his daddy, it's already signed. I'm going to do it. All right, Brock. Good.
Who do you think Black's facing it all out? They can't leave him off the card. Who's Malachi Black facing it all out? You think they're just gonna hotshot him and Murphy at all out? You think Murphy shows up at the Dynamite before all out? They just let those two tear the house down on the pay-per-view.
For fuck's sake, I hope so.
That'd be pretty fucking bonkers if they did that. Like, yeah, guys, you got 15 minutes, just go out there and fucking kill it.
My God. And I know, like, I bet you the first pay-per-view after Kenny Omega loses the AEW championship, I bet you he'll face Murphy too down the line. Awesome promo from Moxley, as usual. And then we get the main event. No Judas by Fozzy, but that didn't stop the crowd from singing Jericho on his way a cappella style down to the ring. That was fucking cool, wasn't it, Matt?
That crowd crushed it.
Yeah.
Major props to Houston for stepping up and doing that damn good of a job.
Great main event between MJF and Jericho. I liked it, and the right man won.
Yeah, you saw what Flair said, right?
No.
Yeah, Ric Flair commented on the AEW main event tonight, and he said, "Congrats to at I Am Jericho and at the MJF. Chris, you made our business better for everyone tonight, and you made me proud. This is what the great ones do. Woo!
Gee, Flair talking about the AEW product.
Jericho literally just responded to Ric Flair, said, "Thanks, champ. It means so much. Eternal respect, my friend." Woo! Look at that. We're giving you live updates right here on Lost in the Midcard as they happen now.
From bad creative. You stupid idiots. Woo! You stupid idiots. Woo!
Calm down there. Oh, God.
NXT, I did not watch.
We don't even need to cover it, dude.
What happened?
It happened. Look, I don't want to talk about NXT. I don't want to talk about Raw. If you want to run down SmackDown real quick, great. But
so apparently Kushida, is this kayfabe that he's not cleared to compete?
No, from my understanding, he's not medically cleared. I don't know what happened. But
then I heard
unfortunately one less match to
then I heard Ilya Dragunov got hurt too in the match with Strong. I heard Dragunov got hurt.
He got busted open the hard way. He was pretty bloody.
I'm sure the prime target with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly was good. Those are always good.
Yeah, all the prime targets are good. I mean, their video packages for the most part are always top notch.
Hit Row, I love Hit Row. So
yeah, they did a little like parking lot brawl with Legado del Fantasma.
Cameron Grab to the moon. Took on Josh Briggs, who was in the breakout tournament.
Yeah, Grimes is facing LA Knight at Takeover, and if Knight wins, Teddy DiBiase becomes.
Yeah, they announced that last week. Actually,
instead, so yeah,
they actually announced that last week.
Grimes has to win this weekend. He has to.
Then we got a little Gargano and Candice segment with Indy and Dexter.
Gargano's so fucking funny, dude.
He is. I love the way. Robert Stone wrestled, huh?
Yeah, I think it was the first time wrestling on NXT, if I'm recalling correctly.
Obviously, he was a capable wrestler in Impact. A lot bigger back then. He's a lot skinnier nowadays. But he was a beefcake back in the Impact days. With
I think you're about to find out something about NXT that you don't know yet. So I'm interested to hear what you say.
Well, I might. Well, I'm skimming, so I might miss it.
It's right after that match.
Oh, okay. After the match. Oh, the engagement. I heard about that I heard about that on Twitter or something earlier. Yeah, Dexter and Indy proposed to Dexter. Oh, I didn't know that. I knew there was an engagement.
And I broke out the boy that escalated quickly Anchorman gif.
Did he say yes? Did he say yes?
Yes, he said yes.
Oh.
He nodded. I don't think he spoke.
Well, he doesn't speak. So.
But in the ring, the Joel of the ring was an eyeball. So
Index, gotta love Index.
It was something. Like I feel like they're rushing the story too quickly. But that's just me.
Gotta have to, because Vince is taking over soon.
Yeah, dude, that thought did cross my mind. Like, are they trying to rush the story before they can't do the story anymore? Type of deal.
Had an interview with Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. Semifinal of the breakout tournament, Carmelo Hayes, Duke Hudson. Carmelo wins. I thought Duke might win that one.
Yeah, dude, Hayes was the right choice to go over. Hayes and Jones and
that'll be a fun
NXT
match
next week should be very good.
Yeah, that'll be a fun match. You can't go wrong with either guy winning, to be honest.
And I think Hayes will win because Jones has gotten a lot of dark matches lately.
Yeah, Vince is.
I'm thinking they're looking at him to bring him up. So
look at the size of that guy.
There's no reason for Odyssey to win next week if he's going up to the main roster.
Look at the girth of that guy.
Let Hayes win.
My God, look at the girth of that guy. I'm so hard right now.
My God.
I'm doing my Luke Gallows Vince imitation right there. MSK all day taking on Imperium for the titles, and it looks like they retained. And was that the main event?
It was the main match. The show closed the brawl between Cross and Joe, trying to rebuild some hype for that match. The main roster killed it.
You're right. Oh, there was a "Where's Scarlett" chant.
Yeah, He came out on the ramp and they're like, "Where is Scarlett?" And that's a great, like, if he doesn't come out with Scarlett on Sunday at Takeover, I'm like, fuck off.
Right.
Like, don't pull that bullshit down in NXT.
That Create a Wrestler 2.0.
Yeah, I understand her not coming out this week because what's she gonna do? Stand there while they brawl? But there's no reason she shouldn't be coming out for his entrance on Sunday and being at ringside for that match. Just like no fucking reason for it.
SmackDown, John Cena, great promo. Wasn't as epic as some people. It was good. Wasn't as pipe bomby as people were claiming it to be.
I very much enjoyed it.
It was good, but it wasn't the pipe bomb that people were making it out.
No, because of course not. But it was still fun. I watched the promo with Daryl. We both very much enjoyed it.
Claiming Roman is the reason that Moxley left the company.
He said he almost ruined Seth Rollins and he ran Dean Ambrose out of the company. Then freaking Cena. The best part was that Cena referenced CM Punk.
Yeah, I might blow a kiss on my way out.
I'm gonna win the title, hop the guardrail, and run out of Allegiant Stadium. I might even blow you a kiss on the way out.
That was
I'm just like,
great.
My God, pal.
That was great. That was great.
Cena gives no fucks.
Oh,
Cena and Roman are in the position of like, what the fuck are you gonna do to us?
Right.
We can say whatever the fuck we want. We know we fucking run this joint.
Yep.
And like, you ain't doing a damn thing to us.
Nope.
So,
exactly. This thing took like half an hour, didn't it?
Between entrances and the back and forth between them, it was almost. I remember hearing it was a 26-minute segment total.
Well, Roman's entrance is like 23 minutes away itself, so.
Help.
Predictions are going to be interesting at the end of the show. I'll tell you that.
Looking forward to it. I like predictions.
Intercontinental Championship, your new champion, King Nakamura.
Please never do that again.
Oh, I will. Boogs. Happy for Nakamura.
Yeah, I let the push continue.
Yep.
I didn't expect all this for Nakamura. Maybe his contract's coming up soon, and they're trying to make him happy.
Right.
Like I don't know where the sudden pushes come from, but congrats to Nakamura. He deserves this and so much more. Man should have had a world title run with WWE already.
We continue
this is better than nothing.
We continue the Alpha Academy Street Profits feud. That match went all of 3 minutes. Seth Rollins with yet another great suit and a great promo. And that match is going to be tremendous, by the way. Ray and Dominic took on the Dirty Dogs. That was a quick match in itself as well.
It was dirty.
Baron Corbin, he needs $1,000 from each of you with his scanner on the phone the phone that he has on his mom's family plan. I tell you, I mean, we haven't had a show in 3 weeks, and this Baron Corbin thing was going in the right direction when they had Kevin Owens helping him, and then they turned him into a heel again. They turned Corbin into a heel again with the contract signing with Finn Balor, and to me, this just screams they have no fucking clue where they're going with this, and they're just making it up week to week, which is
they have to have some kind of end game where they wouldn't have trademarked.
Oh, we talked about this on a Sportskeeda's top story today. They're in Vegas. He's going to hit the jackpot on a slot machine or something. He's going to hit
I like that. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's
I can definitely see that happening.
It's going to be like his last dollar.
Who came up with that?
I think Rick.
All right, good. I'm glad. All right, cool. Very good.
It was
very great idea by Rick Ucchino over there.
Yeah, it was Kev, Callum, Rick Ucchino, and myself on SK Top Story today, and because Rick Ucchino and Jose Gonzalez are in Vegas for SummerSlam, and So Rick joined us from his Airbnb tonight, and yeah, I think it was Rick that came up with that. Yeah, so yeah,
That's
he'll be like
awesome.
down to his
Great.
last dollar and hit the
That's
jackpot.
a great call. I actually like that a lot.
Yeah. And then I came up with the idea that they should they'll pair him up. He'll be so rich, and they pair him up with Cameron Grimes, and they just go to the moon. So once Cameron Grimes gets done with LA, yeah,
Dummy, yeah.
yeah. Once Grimes wins that feud on Sunday. God, so ass backwards. SummerSlam on Saturday, Takeover on Sunday. So yeah, KO against Baron Corbin, and KO with the old sunset flip. He called out I can't remember the guy's name. Whatever The Rock used as his ring name in the Indies. He used that, and The Rock loved it. I can't remember what he called it, what his name was back in the Indies, but anyways, I guess he would always win with a rollover like that.
Who?
The Rock.
Flex Cabana.
Thank you. He said Flex Cabana would be proud, and The Rock was like, "That was fucking awesome. I love it." We had our contract signing between Belair and Banks. Of course, there was a worry that this match may not happen because they were pulled from live shows, but that was quelled by Mike Johnson today from PW Insider Matches On. No reason why they were pulled yet. That has not been mentioned, but the match will go on. And that was your SmackDown. And your Raw.
No.
Your go home for SummerSlam for Raw. And
please.
This is what you give us.
Please.
This is what at least you give us.
Look, we need to make a stand, and we need to stop talking about the Monday show until they improve it. Like I've had enough. I've had enough of Raw, man.
Well, at least RK Bro is good.
Okay, look, we can run down the RK Bro stuff, and that's it. Fuck everything else.
That was great when Randy Orton said the 3 most dangerous letters RK, and then they hit Riddle's music. That was so perfect, man. I loved it. RK Bro, man, is just tremendous, and it was still rocky at this point for RK Bro, but it'll get better. Riddle and AJ Styles had a great match to kick off Raw. No surprise. Two great ring generals. Seriously, the Raw women's division, the title feud, my lord, mess. It's a mess, man. It's a mess.
My God, mess.
Drew McIntyre, Jinder Mahal. I mean, I'm gonna enjoy the match, but the build, not interesting.
I could not care less.
I mean, I'll enjoy the match, and I like both wrestlers, but the build,
dude. When they were in the ring together a few weeks ago, it wasn't good.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it at SummerSlam at all.
Shanky, he just gets shit beat out of him every week. It's like
I hope Drew just beats him in 2 minutes and we get it over with. My biggest fear is that Jinder's going to win this match somehow, and this feud is going to continue. That's my ultimate big please just end it and move on.
Yeah, because it's all stacked against Jinder now. So
exactly.
That almost means,
that's what makes me worried about it.
Moist TV with John Morrison.
No, we're going. RK Bro.
Moist TV.
No. I'll put my foot down. No. Move on.
No, I'm just going to mention the fact that the split
tease beginning heel face turn of John Morrison. Yes.
We're getting a split of Miz and Morrison pretty quick.
It'll probably happen at SummerSlam.
Let's see here. Lily, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
Hey, this was good. Ali helping Mansoor defeat Mace. That was unexpected and pretty cool. as the Mansoor and Ali pairing is one of the few bright spots of Monday Night Raw. You wonder if they are maybe a contender down the line to face RK Bro at a pay-per-view, Matt, you think maybe?
Who?
Mansoor and Ali.
No. I look, as entertaining as them two together are, I don't see a high ceiling for them in Vince's world. So
True.
To me, it wouldn't make any sense to face them against RK Bro because they're two technically fan favorite tag teams. I don't see that. I don't see that collision course happening.
Almost and Randy Orton went to DQ, and then
This finish was so weird.
Orton got beat up, and then Riddle makes the save, and Orton says, I've treated you like shit, and you still come and help me, so you got my respect. And then Orton initiates the hug. He goes, RK Bro is back, and he hugs Riddle, and Riddle's face was just tremendous.
Great.
Almost is eating an RKO on Sunday or Saturday, isn't he?
Styles is taking the pin.
But almost is eating an RKO just for the visual effect. Almost has to eat an RKO, right?
As long as they practice it ahead of time and they can trust Omos to take the bump properly, yes, I'll probably eat an RKO.
Otherwise, it's going to be stupid.
Because his bumps are not good yet. He's not good at taking bumps. So practice it ahead of time. If he can't hit the bump properly, don't do it.
Cross beat Hardy in less than a minute. Well, they don't know what they're doing with Cross.
You know exactly what his debut should have been 5 weeks ago. Look, I'm not a big Karrion Kross fan, but you bring up a dude that's undefeated from NXT and you strip his entrance away and you job him out to Jeff Hardy in 90 seconds. It's fucking dumb. It's Vince being a petty little bitch.
Oh yeah.
This is your champion when the AEW when you lost the war to AEW. Watch what I do. Watch what I do to him.
I know Matt got excited for Charlotte's surprise tag partner.
Oh, you mean the female Rikishi?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then we ended
that's what they've turned her into suddenly out of nowhere.
Then we ended it with Bobby Lashley and Goldberg saying naughty words, and Goldberg's son, who's freakishly grown in a few years,
who doesn't seem to give two flying fucks to be there. He was a wrestling fan a few years ago, and now he's like, Dad, Raw's kind of shit. Do I really need to be here? Yes, Dad, son, you have to be here. It's in my contract.
Can I get paid too then, Dad? All right.
He's really. The look on his face is like, man, I wish my dad worked for AEW.
Right. Speaking of AEW, as we head to some headlines before our predictions for the weekend, Fightful Select had released this out this evening, actually. If you had any doubts that CM Punk is making his way back to AEW, TNT, the network itself, is operating on the assumption that he's coming in based on people that Fightful has spoken to. Yeah. I see people this is going to be the world's biggest swerve, and he's showing up at SummerSlam. No, he's not.
Every single person that's saying that doesn't deserve to have a Twitter account because you're fucking dumb. If you listen to this podcast, please delete our podcast from your listening rotation because I don't want you as a freaking listener or a viewer or anything else. Any other way that you can ingest our content, I don't want you to do it.
I coughed so hard there, about to turn into sour face there. Sour boy.
Sorry, Carl.
Oh, boy. Anyways. Well, guess what? This just in.
Really?
Nature Boy doesn't ride trains. So Ric Flair was trending on Twitter this afternoon. I'm at work here taking phone calls for work and have no idea what's going on. So I just see Sean Ross Sapp talking about how Ric Flair definitely got his release. And I'm like, all right, what the fuck's going on?
I saw my first thing from knowing something was going on was Denise Salcedo.
Yeah.
She tweeted something to the lines of, looked up why Ric Flair was trending, and I wish that I hadn't. And I'm like, all right, I need to fucking find out what's going on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
by the time you told me not to look for it, I'd already looked at it like an hour before you told me.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah. So, so I look at Sean Ross Sapp. So, he definitely was granted his release. So this guy from behind that looks like Ric Flair with the hair and the button-up shirt.
Definitely looks like Ric Flair.
Going downtown on a lady on a train in broad daylight. Her legs up there like she don't care. He's just going down like it's a pie eating contest. And if Flair ever comes back to the WWE, they can trademark the Eater of Worlds.
Pretty sure they already have that trademarked.
Yeah. So that was why Ric Flair was trending on Twitter. Boy, Space Mountain. Woo! Woo! And then Ric Flair had a great response to it a few hours later with a cartoon train and Ric Flair as the conductor. Woo! Woo! Saying, this picture is as real as that other one floating around. The Nature Boy doesn't ride trains. Woo! Woo!
Look, and I know Ric Flair doesn't listen to Lost in the Midcard. But if somebody
he should
that is listening to the show knows Rick, please pull him aside and ask him to stop capitalizing every fucking word when he tweets.
Oh my God,
he drives me fucking crazy. Stop it.
He did on that tweet too.
He does it on all of his tweets. Go look at all of them. Every single word is capitalized. It drives me crazy.
Oh my God. That was just the highlight of the afternoon, man. Ric Flair going down on a woman on a train. Well, except it wasn't Ric Flair. Monday Night Raw go home numbers went up. Went up a little bit, about 50,000. Didn't quite get the up as SmackDown. SmackDown really went up. Raw 1.85.
SmackDown really didn't go up that high.
Maybe I'm thinking of last week's then.
You're thinking of the overnight numbers that were factored in with the NFL games that were airing on Fox that night.
Oh.
Like they did like a 2.5, and Meltzer's like, yeah, that's probably not accurate because the NFL games that aired on Fox Friday night, and all the WWE fans like jumped on Meltzer and yelled at him. Then the real numbers came out on Monday afternoon, and they did like a 2, which is still good. Was still a good number, but it's not what the overnights were. The overnights were because of the NFL.
NXT had a sharp drop. Wonder why?
Yeah,
maybe because the people realize that they don't the top doesn't give a shit about the brand anymore. They lost 100.
I felt bad.
Go home show for a takeover, and they lost 100,000 viewers. That's got to tell you something. Yeah, and I heard USA is not happy about the rumor that there's tape shows coming after takeover.
My understanding is they're taping the next 3 weeks after takeover, then they're going back to live. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
poor Triple H and Shawn. Jeez, what a shit show. Dynamite.
You hear Triple H isn't doing a media call this week?
Yep.
First time ever that they're not doing one. Because Triple H knows those questions that are going to be asked, and he doesn't want to answer any of them.
Because it's out of his court.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to answer those questions either.
Nope. AEW Dynamite last week fell below 1 million for the first time in a month.
The challenge is back.
979 is the number there. Impact Wrestling got a little nice number, the highest number since June 10th with 122,000 viewers. Rampage, nice number on a Friday, 740. They think they crack 1 million with Punk? They got to, don't they?
If they would have advertised him, I'm gonna say yes. I don't know if they get there without actually saying he's gonna be there. I think they might get around what they did for Dynamite last week, around 975, 980, something like that.
Yeah,
it's a tough time slot.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
and without the actual 100%, hey, he's going to be here announcement, I don't know if they crack 1 million. We'll see. I'm not I'm not fully confident on that right now.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
Dynamite did not do good numbers on Fridays in that slot.
I say, well, look, even though Dynamite didn't hit 1 million last week, almost hitting 1 million going up against Challenge is very impressive because the Challenge fucking dominates cable Wednesday nights every single week that it's on. So, still an impressive number. Hopefully they can pull over 1 million next week when everybody knows that CM Punk's going to be on Dynamite next week.
A new item in the up down down shop as the pod. You know what date it is? You know what date
is it still there?
It's still there. Yep, I just checked.
Wow. I thought it was going to sell out. That's why I bought mine immediately. I didn't want to wait.
The party.
That's kind of surprising. Did you think it was going to sell out?
I wonder if not many people know.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, I heard it on the party thing today. They were doing it live, so I I tuned in and started watching from the beginning. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but I started and they announced that they showed off the deck and they're like, "There's only 2,500 of these, and we're gonna put them on sale when the show's over." So I kept refreshing the up down page where it said the show would be live. So as soon as it wasn't live anymore, I hit the site and ordered my deck. But yeah, I thought they were gonna sell out.
I don't see. I mean, I know you said so on the thing, but nowhere does it say that it's limited to 2,500.
That's what Wood said on the live stream today.
Yeah, the
He
article.
said there were only 2,500 of them. So I'm taking his word for it. He better not have been lying.
$25. So with tax and shipping, you're looking at about 32
$30. Yeah.
But still pretty cool. I got mine too. There is a special wild challenge rule, so you can make your opponent draw extra cards when you challenge. And so head to uudd.com, up down shop, and you can get yourself the Uno card deck, provided that it's still there by the time the show goes to air. Chris Jericho was
oh shit, Carlito was at AEW tonight.
Oh yeah.
He tweeted out a video of him at the show and said thanks for the hookup, and he tagged Brian Cage. So apparently Brian Cage brought Carlito to Dynamite tonight. Dude, I would love for them to sign him.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't understand why WWE brought him in for that run at Rumble and they didn't fucking do anything with him. So, right. Dude, I would love if they brought fucking Carlito in. That'd be so great.
Chris Jericho mentioned on Talk is Jericho that he had floated the idea to Tony Khan that to have blood and guts in his backyard during the pandemic if Daly's place would not have worked. Update from yesterday on Fightful Select on Ruby Soho. AEW talent has been told there was interest in her coming to the company, but other companies have reached out, but she has told other companies she's not taking bookings. Ruby has had vignettes made. One debuted today. I think it was today. If not, it was yesterday. If you have not seen, a lot of hints in that vignette too, by the way, if you go check that out. But there is Fightful says they cannot say if there's been formal conversations, but it looks like she is heading to AEW soon.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I've been saying it for months. She's the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
In the women's casino battle royal, she's the fucking Joker. I think one of her future vignettes, like if you noticed in the vignette that her ticket said from Orlando to New York, and she missed the train. So I think a later video will show that her train's going to Chicago. So
congrats.
That's what we're gonna get.
Congrats to the Garganos as Candice LeRae is expecting a child in February. So
baby wrestling. Baby wrestling.
That's pretty funny. The little message board on there they put on there. Baby wrestling coming in February 2022. Hangman Page, plan was for him to take some time off for family time in advance of his first child being born, so that's why he's been off TV. Keith Lee gave an update on his YouTube channel, stated that some things did not look right in the blood work after he had COVID, and it was a good thing that it was caught when it did. Could have been fatal. So some scary stuff there that Keith Lee shared. Also set the record straight that he did not get COVID from Mia Yim, and kind of basically was talking to the internet trolls there on that.
Fuck people doing that shit, man.
Yeah. Of course, we saw Keith Lee make his return a few weeks ago. Madison Rayne made a surprise return to Impact Wrestling last week, assisting Tennille Dashwood on her victory against Taylor Wilde. So she is now, I guess, maybe back into wrestling in the ring once again. Of course, she hasn't really been used as a commentator or anything like that recently. So WWE's filed a lot of trademarks lately. Got Stun the World. That would be a KO shirt. Claymore Country. That'd be a Drew McIntyre shirt. Earn Your Scars. I forget who that would be. Legit Boss. I think we know who that is. Hit Row and Wreck Everyone and Leave. Wreck Everyone and Leave. Was that Ric Flair on a train?
Woo! Terrible.
What is Cody Rhodes doing right now? Well, he is filming the Go Big Show season 2 right now.
Yes.
That is what he is currently doing. And so yeah. Moving along. Heels debuted this past Sunday on Stars. I need to watch that yet.
It was very good.
I heard it was.
Looking forward to episode 2 this weekend.
ROH is teasing that they are opening the Forbidden Door, or also teasing that some released WWE stars are coming as well. So it'll be interesting to note if ROH is gonna
open that sumbitch up, Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
we already see that honor is in fact real.
Right. We saw we saw just before we went on the air, we saw Dax talking shit to the Briscoes. So there's a match we want to see.
I would fucking love to see that match, man. Oh, that would be great.
Moving on.
Moving
on. Hey, look, AEW announced that Jamie Hayter's All Elite last week.
Yeah.
What's good that they brought her in, word is that Kenny Omega and Don Callis have made their final appearances for now on Impact Wrestling, so it looks like we will not see them for some time now.
Wrong.
Oh?
I'm telling you, dude, he's winning the title back at All Out.
Well, tell Mike Johnson that then.
Well, Mike Johnson doesn't get everything right. I will apologize to Mike Johnson after All Out if I'm wrong. I don't think I am.
Big weekend of wrestling on Saturday with Triple Mania and New Japan Surgeons. I was out of town, but Matt, you watched them both. What were your thoughts on Saturday's wrestling?
Lots of good shit, pal.
Yeah?
Lots of good shit.
Mox's surprise partner was who the fuck was it?
Yuji Nagata.
Nagata, that's right. And then Tanahashi beat Archer, right?
Yeah, in the main event. Finish that kind of pissed me off because they've been teasing this thing between Mox and Tanahashi for weeks now. And
Yeah.
Mox is at ringside watching the fucking match. And Tanahashi wins and he leaves. And I'm like, why the fuck don't you get in the ring and confront him?
Right.
Like, you talk all this shit for weeks and now you're not going to confront him when he's standing right there in the fucking ring and you're there at ringside? Like, that kind of irked me a little bit. I didn't like that.
I heard Ishii and Moose was damn good.
It was very good. Very good.
Will Ospreay returned. He is now cleared. I got some more on that in a minute.
And it seems to me like he will be defending his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship stateside because he's basically claiming he's the real world champion and he's basically refusing the idea that they stripped him of the title. So I could actually see that title being defended on Dynamite at some point this year.
Which one?
IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, the one that Ospreay's holding. I could because they could claim that the other guy in Japan,
Shinji
or whatever,
yeah,
that has it. They can claim he's the real world champ. But I mean,
it's kind of like the
Ospreay never lost it.
It's kind of like Moose holding the TNA title.
It's kind of like HBK and Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, dude, I could totally see them doing some stuff with that title on AEW.
Jay White retained against David Finlay, and then main event was Archer and Tanahashi.
Don't know who she.
John Moxley applying for some trademarks. The Switchblades and the Switchblade Conspiracy, if you do not know what that means, that was a stable he formed with Joe Gacy and Sami Callihan from 09 to 11. Moxley is going to be teaming with Callihan for an indie show here coming up. Lots of stuff has been completed on the cock, including Thunder, main event, All-Star Wrestling, to name a few. Lots of stuff there as they're obviously trying to make good with their promise of getting everything up by SummerSlam. Survivor Series has been announced to take place Sunday, the 21st of November at the Barclays.
Sunday.
They will sleep over and stay there for Raw the next night. Ospreay will return to the ring at Rev Pro on August 21st, which is this Saturday, taking on Doug Williams as he defends the undisputed British Heavyweight Championship. Doug Williams. God, who did he? That name sounds familiar.
Name from the past, pal.
Yeah. WWE is returning to Saudi Arabia on Thursday, October 21st. Well, maybe. We'll see what the pandemic says. But that's the plan for now. Sounds like the King of the Ring finals might be on that day too. I don't know.
Both the King and the Queen of the Ring finals are scheduled for that show.
Where Xavier Woods better be crowned. And who should be the queen?
There's no way they're going to give it to him. He wants it too much.
Right. Who should be the queen?
They should give it to someone who needs it, but they're going to end up giving it to Charlotte.
Right. Like they should give it to like Liv Morgan or something.
Yeah, somebody like Liv or Tony Storm or something. Somebody that could really benefit from it on the main roster. But no, it'll be Charlotte.
A mystery pay-per-view has been cropped up at the Rosemont in Illinois and at the Allstate Arena for December 12th. But it's not called TLC. Leading some to believe either TLC is being moved or they just have not announced it yet as TLC, or maybe Evolution. Some people are thinking. Stay tuned.
I ain't holding my breath on that.
Right. And as we mentioned, thanks to Brandon Thurston, man's a gentleman and a scholar for providing us with these numbers with after whatever the source used to be crapped out.
Yeah, that site came back.
Oh, did it?
That site came back this week. It actually returned.
That's why I saw some numbers on PW Insider.
Yep. Joe Buzz Daily is back.
Rampage got a 3 in the 0.3 in the demo. In comparison, it's just under half of what SmackDown got in the demo. Not bad when you get half of a network television demo that is in prime time.
For sure.
NWA has announced that an AEW tag team is going to form in the NWA Women's Tag Team Tournament. Red Velvet and Kylan King will team up for the tournament at Empower. I am in Denver that weekend, so I am unfortunately not going to be able to watch Empower live. But
I think I'm going to watch that, but I really don't have any desire to watch NWA 73. So,
how much more is it for the package deal?
I think it's like 40 for both.
How much separate? 25?
I think. I'm not 100% sure of that.
Main event of 73 is Murdoch and Aldis.
Yeah, the title versus career. I don't care. Like, I don't want either of those guys to be a world champion. So it's just like
I like Murdoch.
Let's start.
I like Aldis.
Let's start two of the worst choices you could have in the world was being your world champion.
Well, that's your opinion, pal.
Yeah, and you're damn right. It's my opinion, and it's right.
Murdoch
would work as a world champion in the 1970s, not 2021.
Yeah. More cock news. SmackDown, Raw, Home Video Classics, Primetime Wrestling, and Mid-South Wrestling all complete as well. So good job, Cock. You got it. You got your promise mostly done. There might be some things they haven't gotten complete yet, but hey, they got most of it. Keith Lee's been off television working dark matches lately, according to Mike Johnson at PW Insider. The word is that he is they're looking to refine Lee and do squash matches and see what works best for Lee going forward. Okay. Heels on Stars.
Honestly, I don't think that's the worst idea in the world.
No,
dude couldn't work out for 6 months because of his condition. Let him have some time doing dark matches. Let him get the ring rust off. Let him get his conditioning back.
Yeah.
And don't have him on TV. When you're not ready to use them properly.
Yeah. Heels got 128,000 viewers. So not bad.
Not bad for Stars.
That's a pay. It's a pay.
Yeah, it's a channel not a lot of people get. And plus, you get all the people watching on the app. You're not going to include those numbers either. So,
El Rey Network, of course, which had Lucha Underground, has returned to the Roku channel as a streaming channel. I did not even realize they were no longer a channel, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what killed Lucha Underground.
Moving along.
Moving on. Very nice, very evil.
Yeah, I just passed through a little Danhausen segment there. Danhausen's got himself a new little group with PCO and Sledge. Molly Holly and Sean Davari are now with WWE as full-time producers. We already talked about 2.0, so there we go. That's all headlines. Nothing else is broke, and Ric Flair hasn't jumped on a train yet. So let's talk about.
My God.
Let's talk about the Takeover and then SummerSlam. So Takeover 36 Sunday. Probably would be a little more exciting if we knew that there would be effort behind NXT going forward. But hey, should be a good card, good match, good night, because there's some good matches on the card. Let's kick it off with NXT UK Championship, Walter versus Ilya Dragunov. I smell a title change, Matt.
I don't. I might have 2 weeks ago before he lost to Pete Dunne, a guy whose contract's up in a week and a half.
Yeah.
I don't smell a title change anymore. I don't think they're gonna do it.
That was distraction finish though.
But still, dude, why the fuck he lose it on TV 2 weeks before you're gonna take away the longest reigning champion, maybe like the fucking history of like WWE in the last 50 years. Yeah, I just don't see it, man.
NXT Championship, Samoa Joe carrying Cross. I think this one's pretty obvious, ain't it?
Joe has to win. And if they didn't look, if Cross wins this match, I'm done with NXT.
I think Cross,
I swear to God, I'm done.
Cross is done with NXT, so Joe is winning.
Yeah, if Joe does not win this match, I'm done with that brand.
Raquel Gonzalez against Dakota Kai. Knowing what we know about NXT now, I don't think they're going to put it on Kai because they just had Kai lose to Aaliyah in main event.
Yeah, there's no way Raquel should be dropping this title.
No. $1 million championship. I think we know Cameron Grimes getting that back, right?
He most certainly should. If Grimes doesn't win, it's a giant mistake.
He's gonna go with the newly rich Baron Corbin, and they're gonna go to the moon.
Yeah, we don't need those guys paired up. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. Let's get LA Knight in the North American title picture after this. 2 out of 3 falls match. Loser leaves NXT, so I have Adam Cole losing.
That's not a stipulation.
It's mine. It's my stipulation. Obviously, it's going to go to 3 falls.
I would love it. I would love it not to.
Right?
To swerve everybody.
They should have. Man, you know what would have been great? It's never been done in NXT, and it would have been perfect for this. Regal saying the 3rd fall is Hell in a Cell. Because they'd never done Hell in a Cell in NXT yet.
I don't think it could fit inside the Capitol Wrestling Center.
A mini one. A mini one. But O'Reilly's winning this.
Yeah, obviously.
Let's see here. All right, SummerSlam. 10 matches on the card, Matt. Get ready for an 8-hour pay-per-view. I'm kidding.
Probably gonna go to midnight.
AJ Styles and Omos taking on RK Bro. We've only been saying this is gonna change hands for ever since RK Bro was formed. So you still on that train?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm here for it. The celebration will be legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
What?
Alexa Bliss, Eva Marie. Why is this on here?
Because they're idiots.
Eva Marie doesn't take bumps. She avoids bumps whenever she can. Maybe this is what Dewdrop just says. Fuck you, I'm Piper Nevin. Gets a big pop.
It would be nice.
And then Bliss gets the win. Bliss is winning somehow. Either Dewdrop finally turning on Eva or something, but Bliss is going to win. They're putting the title on Bliss later on.
I don't think so.
Drew McIntyre, Drew, and Jinder Mahal. Like we said, the deck is stacked against Jinder, so Jinder's going to win.
I'm going to say Drew wins just because I don't want to put that negative.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I don't want it. Kill it with fire.
Sheamus versus Damien Priest. I think this is pretty obvious. The title change is coming.
The way Priest has been booked the last several weeks, they're grooming him to be a top guy in the company. There's no way he loses this match. It would be a gigantic mistake.
Top guy out. Who do you put over? Who do you put over with Edge and Seth Rollins?
Edge.
This is gonna probably be the match of the night. Reigns and Cena might be up there too. This is very and Sheamus and Priest. Don't sleep on that one either.
Yeah.
I wonder when they're gonna pull the trigger on Rollins and Reigns. I'm gonna go Edge though, but
I don't think we're getting Rollins and Reigns. I don't think it's happening. I think they're going to be split off brands before that happens.
Maybe. Yeah. Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks. I'm going to have Bianca retain here. You? Ooh, little thoughtski. Matt with a little thougski here, huh?
It depends. It depends on where Becky's going.
Yeah.
If Becky's going to SmackDown, Sasha should win. Because Bianca and Becky doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, and then a lot of people are saying, well, put Becky on Raw because of all the heat of the we want Becky chance on Charlotte, and I don't know.
But you can always pair Becky and Charlotte up again after the draft.
Yeah.
And to me, like having Nikki Cross job 2 times on Raw Monday kind of says to me like she's going to squeak out with that title at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And Becky Lynch versus Nikki makes even less sense than Bianca versus Becky. So
you're not saying that Becky was going to step right in the title there.
Well, she will. I guarantee you she will. When she comes back, she's right in the title picture. So I say Sasha wins the title back and Becky returns to SummerSlam.
Makes sense. Yeah, I guess that makes more sense now. I'll change my tune.
WWE needs a big moment on Saturday after what's going to happen Friday night. A Becky return would do that. A Becky return would be a big deal.
Yeah. I'm
burning her back at SummerSlam.
So then that just leads us there to the triple threat: Nikki, ASH, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley. Yeah.
Like I said, after how they booked Nikki on Raw, if she does not win on Saturday, you might as well just put her back in catering because you've effectively killed her if she doesn't leave SummerSlam with that title.
Yeah, I think she'll win that. I think, yeah. Now that Sasha's gonna win, I think I have Sasha win. Yeah, we'll have Nikki retain. Makes sense. Have Nikki retain, and then she faces Alexa Bliss. Boom. Old rivalry.
Yeah, Charlotte beating Nikki, and then
got Batman and Joker,
and then Becky coming back would make sense.
You got Nikki and Alexa.
The way they treated Nikki on Monday makes me go,
yeah.
I don't think they're doing that.
You got Nikki and Alexa, Batman and Joker.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll do that at some point.
Usos and Mysteriosos. I'm gonna say the father-son team, so they get their just due pop that they should have got at WrestleMania. I think the
Usos retain.
I think Mysterio's win to get that pop that they never got. Bob Lashley and Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg announced he only has 2 matches left on his contract. And
which are the 2 matches in 2022.
And the last one's probably going to be him looking at the lights against Riddle. So Bob is leaving with the title.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, John Cena for the Universal title. When this was rumored months ago, like, yeah, piece of cake, Roman's going to win. And then I got to thinking about it last couple of weeks, my tune changed. And I'm like, well, first, Cena should not win because Reigns has not been pinned since October of 2019. You know who pinned him in October of 2019? Last guy to pin him?
I don't remember.
Baron Corbin.
My God, pal. They'll never bring that up on TV.
Happy Corbin could win the jackpot in Vegas and then take that title off of Roman. No.
And then you woke up.
Yeah, no. So they should give that defeat of Roman to an up and comer, but they ain't gonna do that. It's WWE. They just fired Flair, so fuck the record. John Cena is not done with the WWE after SummerSlam. I think they're putting the title on Cena.
So do I.
Wow, I did not think you would agree with me.
No, I think Vince's pettiness knows no bounds, and I think he wants to stick it to Rick.
Yep.
And I think Cena wins. I don't think this was the plan a month ago. I think the plan was for Roman to win. But I now think that because of the situation that happened with Flair, Vince doesn't know if he's going to get this opportunity again to take this record away from him.
Right.
He's going to pull the trigger at SummerSlam. And even if Cena drops the title back to Roman at the SmackDown show from Madison Square Garden,
that's a super show, ain't it? That's like a live event, right?
It's a Super SmackDown.
Oh, it's a SmackDown. Okay.
Yeah, it's a SmackDown on.
I keep thinking it's a live event because they're usually live events. That's why I always confuse myself.
It's actually a SmackDown, but it's a Super SmackDown. It's going to be both rosters there at the show. So I could see them doing Cena wins the title SummerSlam and drops it back to Roman in the Garden.
Yeah.
Just so they could say that Ric Flair's not the greatest of all time anymore, and it's John Cena. Like Vince's pettiness knows no bounds, man.
No. And
I just very much think that that's what's going to happen. I will be shocked if Roman retains on Saturday.
I won't be shocked.
I'll be shocked because it means Vince isn't as petty as I thought.
We know he is, though.
That's exactly why I think he's freaking winning.
Yeah, I think the tipping point might have been Cena's promo on Friday. Yeah, that might have been the tip.
A lot of talk about that 17 championship.
And throwing a CM Punk reference. 1, 2, 3.
Kid.
Man.
It could happen, man. It's a very realistic situation that this could happen on Saturday.
God.
John Cena could be the 17-time WWE champion.
Well, that's gonna do it for Lost in the Midcard. Time to catch the last train home.
Woo!
And
my God,
yeah. You can find us on your favorite podcasting platform. Just search for Lost in the Midcard. Go to the new feed. We're gonna still try to use Spider Duck, but I don't know if that's gonna go away. So definitely move over to the new feed if you're an old listener. If you're a new subscriber, welcome, and subscribe via the new feed. And then we also are on YouTube for the video version of the podcast, and you can get all that links on our website, litmcpodcast.com, or you can go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard, or our Twitter at LITMC Podcast. I just realized I have to update. I should update the links on our pinned post there too. I'll probably get on that sometime this week, hopefully. But give us a follow, give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a share, all those things. Give us hit that bell icon when when a new episode comes your way. Give us some comments. We would love to hear from you all the time. Give us some comments on the YouTube. It helps us out a lot too. Subscribe on the YouTube. That helps us out tremendously as well. We want to kind of grow the YouTube a little bit as well. So all that and much more. Matt's on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime. I'm on the Twitter at JB Huskers. And before we ride off into the sunset, by the way, programming note, well, Matt and I still have to discuss, but we may come at you at a different day next week because I've got a lot of birthday shenanigans going on. So we'll have to see when we can record, but that's why it's always good to have those notifications on, so you'll know when we go live, when we give you our reactions to Takeover and SummerSlam and CM Punk and all that fun stuff. But as we head into SummerSlam weekend, Matt, what are your final thoughts?
It's all about CM Punk. No one cares about SummerSlam.
Punk. My God. Is it Friday yet? Is it Friday yet? Is it Friday yet? For Matt Black, this is Jeremy Bennett. Thank you for tuning in to Lost in the Midcard. We will catch you next week. Enjoy.